Welcome to Flip Your Chips. Let's grind.
Hey, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Welcome to Flip Your Chips podcast. Here's not just about the ROI in dollars, but also your ROI in life. Achieving one without the other is like a half-flip coin. We're here to bridge the gap, offering tips, tools, and resources in finance and entertainment. Let's flip those chips and make every investment count. How you doing today, sis?
No, I'm feeling hydrated. I'm feeling the most hydrated. This episode of Flip Your Chips is brought to you by Time Water. Yeah, we got that.
You know it.
You eating them dry chips, make sure you put some water on your chips. Feel me? But no, yeah, I'm feeling. Ramadan is over.
Yeah.
And I'm so sad. You know, when you're doing what you're supposed to do in Islam, they say it's you're being on your deen. So it's made me very conscious of my habits, the things that I'm going to continuously stop doing, the things that I'm going to continue, new habits I'm implementing. I had my Eid celebration. It was so beautiful. It was very, very beautiful. And I would like to say shout out to all of the people in West Philly. They shot up a masjid. They shot up the Muslim celebration in Philly the other day. Some Muslims got shot. Somebody opened gunfire out. Yeah, that was kind of just, that was a little disheartening, you know, to see all of our people coming together to celebrate our fast. And, you know, so I'm just, I don't know if you had heard about it, but I wanted to send my prayer condolences to those people in West Philly, not to make it somber, but it's like a happiness. You know, if Allah permitted it, I know that no one died. People got hurt, but it's still tacky. But yeah, I feel light and bright. Like I don't know, everything is just, I feel different. So I'm gonna keep fasting on Mondays and Thursdays, I think, because I'm happy I'm eating, but I need that. You seen what it's did to me, sis. I gotta hold on to it. But long story short with that, how about you?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed that, you know, another day above the ground is always a great day. So just grateful and ready to take on this next week so we can keep growing and keep doing what we do. You know what I mean? So with that being said, let's go ahead and tap into the Tikoon tips.
Yes, the Tikoon tips. You know, we were talking a little bit like we always do. And my Tikoon tip would be take breaks before you go broke. And it's going to lead us into our flip for today, so I'm not going to expand too much on that. But the idea of the word break and the word broke, sometimes we undermine or undervalue the importance of rest, how important that it is. And you know, even us, sometimes we'll say to each other, like, we got to push through. We're tired. And I think that we got to figure out what that looks like for us. You know, it's time for us to take a break. There's been a couple of times, and honestly, we do that. Like earlier this week, I'm like, I can't do Thursday. Yeah. So now, shoot on different times and different days, but you got to really listen to your body. But like I said, I don't want to spoil it too much, but take breaks before you go broke. That's my tip.
Yeah, I love that. The breaks prevent you from being broken. I love that.
And I hope this breakdown helped me break through.
Come on with the breakthrough.
Come on, you know, and it's honestly to think about it too, even if you were in a car, you got bad brakes. Hey,
that's gonna be broken.
You're gonna break your car, break your bank account. Like, you gotta make sure that the brakes are so important. We just want to get in the car and drive. Yeah. The brakes is what saves our lives.
It really is. And when you think about it, it's like, and we're not going to, like you said, dive too much into it, but like, if you don't take the breaks, that's exactly what's going to happen to you. You're going to break. So it's like, you gotta make that a priority.
Break the fast breakfast. Come on. Like, it's, we get to the flip. Oh my God. But so tell us about our flip break. I have something on my daggone lip. Where my chapstick at? My bad, y'all. Y'all keep seeing me do this. I got to put my chapstick on. But yes, the flip your chips tips. What you got for us, sis?
All right. So the flip your chips tip this week is follow your rules. Oh my God, follow your
rules. Break them. They're gonna break.
Don't break them. That's the only. Don't break your rules. Take a break, but don't break your rules, because every time that happens, it is not a positive result. Like literally your rules is what saves you. And just in life in general, we look at rules like, okay, I need to do this, that, like, even like if you work at a job, they have their rules, whatever the case is. But the rules for your life is your self-discipline. The rules for your life is the fundamental morality and what you consider as a good person, what keeps you grounded. And when you follow those rules, you continue to grow. But when you don't follow them, that's when you see the losses start to come in and you start doing things that you don't normally do. So your rules is your protection. So that's what I would say. Follow the rules.
So I got a question. That's a very interesting flip your chip tip. Is that coming from something that you've experienced? Their students? Like,
absolutely.
Why did that?
Something that I definitely personally experienced, and something that I see my students growing through as well. And so for me, I know like anytime that if I have a bad day or if I lose a trade or whatever, I not go back and look at the trades that I've taken. Some point I went away from my rules. Every time. So that's why it's also important to journal, because sometimes it's you don't see when you actually, because it might be like, so let's say you're on a diet, right? And you say, well, I could just have a little bit of ice cream today. You know what I mean? And then you look up 2 days later, well, I didn't have a lot, so I'll get a little bit more. And you look up, 4 days out of the week, you done had ice cream every night. Right? And then you wondering why your health is responding in a certain way or whatever the case is. So it's your rules is what keeps you aligned with your goals. Like that's your roadmap. And whenever you're not on your roadmap, you're going to get lost. You're going to take losses.
Before we go to the next step, I want to dig a little deeper into that. So you said you gotta know, like, follow your rules, don't break them. We had a conversation a couple episodes ago, and I said I think sometimes communication gets lost in translation because we don't define words the same way. And I brought this example up several times. If you tell somebody to go to the store and get me some Dove, and they come back with some chocolate, and you meant soap, can you really be mad at that person? Well, I thought Dove was chocolate. I meant soap. And I think a lot of times it could be like, well, what's respect? What's intimacy? What's like, everybody has a different definition of words. So if we don't define words the same way, we not going to do the same thing. And it made me think about rules. You said don't break the rules, but before you even get to breaking the rules, what if you don't know the rules? What if you don't know?
That's a great question. That's when you emulate someone that you respect, someone you admire, until you figure out what's best for you. That's like your starting point, right? So for a person that want to be a great rapper, there's somebody that you look up to, you know what I mean? So you study them until you figure out your own identity and your own set of rules of what will get you to the next level. Because you're gonna realize, like, I like this, but I don't like that, or I want to tweak this and I want to improve this type of thing. So that's like your starting point.
Okay, so with that, right? Again, like I said, I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. Okay, you said study and follow somebody. Let's look at the way that since we're talking about music, let's look at the way that you used to have to get signed. You had to go through a record label. You had to be outside. You had to go talk to the DJs. You had to carry the crates. Now everybody's making music from home. So what do you say when the rules change? Like right now, a lot of people saying that Disney sales are down, Netflix sales are down because they're watching YouTubers. So the rules was you had to get a record deal to blow up. But no, you could blow up on TikTok. So how would you... I was just watching Joyner Lucas in an interview, and he does I'm a disruptor. Even like Nipsey Hussle, you know the way I like to think. I'm not following the rules. I actually don't like to follow the rules. Yeah. So you got some people that are disruptive like me, Nipsey Hussle, Joyner Lucas, that's like, fuck them rules. I'm doing what I want to do. Right. Like look at Mason Camp. They are not following the rules. They are sports anchors cursing on national TV. Right. They had an anchor last week that was reporting a game. And the anchor, he's a white man. You couldn't see him, but I could tell he was white from his voice. He was like, damn, she shot the shit out that ball. And then corrected himself and said, my bad. She shot the ball. Nigga, you done already said it.
Right, it's done now.
And Mason's like, so what do you do if you're supposed to follow the rules, but times are changing and you know that you need to change the rules?
Well, it comes down to, again, first of all, it's your rules, not the rules.
Okay, that's clear. I don't
That's
know
one
what you
thing.
had said. Okay, yeah.
Right? So like you're gonna follow the rules until you figure out your rules, if that makes any sense, right? So if you go into a system and it's like, I like this, but I don't like that, then that's when you start to structure your own ideas around it. And then from there, you have to, like we said in our previous episodes, is being able to be flexible and pivot. Right? So you have to stay open-minded, and that can be challenging. That's easier said than done, because when you're so passionate about something and you really believe in something, you kind of put it on a kind of pedestal in a sense, and it's like, I don't see what I need to change about this or whatever. No, everything needs growth. Nothing can stay the same forever. So I always like to do like a 6-month check-in. Like, no matter what it is that you're doing, just reassess how you've done in 6 months and say, okay, I like how I did this. I probably can change this type of thing. And that's how you keep that open-mindedness and also put yourself in position where year after year, you're developing.
So when you went through what you went through this week, were you following the rules or your rules?
I actually wasn't following my rules. And that's where I messed up.
Was you following some other rules? Like what?
No, I was just freestyling, I guess you would say. So like it would be, I would have some of the rules in place, but some of the stuff it was like, you shouldn't have did that. You know what I mean?
Did you know that when you took a break and rested? How did you know?
I knew. Yes, after today, because Fridays I don't trade, so today was definitely my break from the charts. And I had a session this morning, and one of the things that we focused on was journaling and being able to reassess and look back at the trades that you took for the week and how you could have improved on certain trades. So we really kind of dissected that. And when you look back, it's like watching film. I ain't travel in the game. You're like, I ain't travel. I don't know why they called that call. You look at the film, you're like, oh damn, I did travel.
You need to walk it out.
Right.
I've heard you say this before, you all, like, for y'all, listen, India, I don't matter what I'm going through, have you journal? It pissed me off so much. Like, why are you always telling me to damn journal? But let me tell you something. That's all I do now. But I was gonna ask you, when you're talking about journaling, just so that the people that are not Blue Chips Academy students, when you're telling people to journal, or are they journaling about what they're going, like, what does the journaling look like? Like how you had with your client earlier, what a journaling is? Is it like
from a trading perspective?
What is it like about the trades, or is it about my mindset?
It's both. So when you're journaling, you're writing down, okay, which pair did I trade? Did I get in a buy or sell? Did I win or lose that trade? And if I did win or lose, why did I win or lose? And how did I feel about that loss? So for instance, if I took a loss, number one, I record what I did on that trade. Every trade that I take, I record it, so I can always look back at what I did. The second thing is, I say, okay, I should have been a little bit more patient on this trade. What does patience go back to? That's one of my rules. Be patient. Wait for the setup. I didn't follow that. That's why I lost.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. India doesn't know this. I mean, Coach Blue doesn't know this, y'all, but she's about to release Blue Chips Academy journals because I just said so. So that obviously, that when you're writing those things down, there's certain, you know how you get a journal and it already has the questions or the things in it. Yeah. That sounds like a good tool to offer people, so that when you pull out your journal, hey, go to bluechipsacademy.com, use code Flip Your Chips, and you can get your journal, and it's already inserted. Yeah, I said it because I can make those types of decisions, y'all. So
she's my manager for Blue Chips, and not her
music manager. Yeah, I manage you for Blue Chips. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'm her management. But no, this is interesting. That was a great Flip Your Chips tips. I didn't mean to take too long, but that was very, very helpful. I think the people are gonna really, really appreciate that. That was awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So you know, I always wait for the mogul moves. I love when you drop the knowledge. Tell us what the mogul moves are for the week.
So the mogul move for this week is Tikoon is dropping an album. She's going. It's like, I'm joking. I was just feeling it with that. I got a music. I just was feeling it. I'm like, yes,
Right.
Tikoon is dropping an album. She has a music video coming out soon.
Let's go.
You know, go to OnlyFans if you want to see it exclusively. You can go to YouTube. So that's a Tikoon mogul move.
Yeah.
I feel like I did that.
I love it.
But the other mogul move I have is Serena Williams. Serena Williams VC fund has invested in 14 companies that have gone on to reach unicorn status of a value of $1 billion. Serena Williams focuses on investing in companies led by women and underrepresented founders, addressing the gap in venture capital funding, with investments in over 85 companies, including healthcare startup, HUED, and all AI platforms. Parfait. Williams emphasizes diversity, with 79% of her portfolio representing these groups. Her successful investments include Masterclass, Impossible Foods, Noom, with 14 companies reaching unicorn status, showcasing her commitment to innovative and diverse entrepreneurship. It sounds like she needs to invest in us. Like,
Yeah, right. I was like, so where do I apply?
I'm listening to you. I'm like, yo, like that is wild. Like, she went from swinging that rack back and forth to just.
Yeah, exactly.
That is crazy.
Man, that's crazy. I love that. I love that.
Figure out a way to get involved.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, we got a follow-up meeting after this.
Yeah. Yes, we do. Okay, so Tikoon Rich, you know, I want to say before I ask you this, I was on I'm out in Calabasas doing my thing, and I'm, you know, I get a notification because I have on my post notifications and I have my post notifications for Blue Chip Academy on in my phone, so I don't have to wait. Like, make sure you subscribe, right? So I'm riding in my car. Coach Blue gonna text me and be like, yo, watch this episode. Mind you, a notification goes off. I'm like, who the hell is it interrupting my podcast? It's Coach Blue talking about something. Make sure you watch my new episode with my student, Marjorie. Nigga, you late, yo. I'm 15 minutes into the episode already. But I was gonna say that I know that we just implemented the Tikoon Rich segment, but I wanted to shout you out because that was a really impressive episode. Marjorie out here trading. I guess I got some competition. She out here trying to outdo me, but I got love for you. I'm gonna be on the next episode. Yeah, inshallah. But yeah, what you got for Tikoon Rich?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Nah, like, well, since we talking about Marjorie, she's actually, because one of her goals was to start the construction for her real estate projects, and she's actually in the process. Matter of fact, I think it was this week, a couple of days ago, she started getting like the roof repaired and all of that stuff for her location. So shout out to Marjorie for that. She's doing a thing. She's definitely looking like one of our first tycoons for sure. So
okay, let's go, Marjorie. Yes.
Yeah. And so one of the things that I wanted to kind of talk about is, number one, I always like to be fully transparent. Like, if you know me, you know I'm going to share every trade, whether it's good or bad. So this week was a little testing. I had some new trials this week. So it wasn't a positive trading week, but I also won in a different way. And I want to talk about that because every win is not determined by a numerical metric. So you can't necessarily allow yourself to say, okay, dang, I lost this week, so, you know, it just wasn't a good week. But what did you learn? What did you learn from this process? That's your win. The last time you had a situation like this, how did you respond? Did you respond better this time? That's a win. That's a win. So, you know, that's one of the things that I wanted to highlight, because especially with the strategy that I teach, it's so easy to like get used to winning. Like, in the past 12 days, I only had one losing day. So it's like when you lose, it's like, hold up, like, what? Nah, I'm about to make this back, because you know, that's what you're used to doing. But it's like, no, that's a part of the process. Accept it and just trade the next day. So just kind of gauging your growth. Like, how did you respond the last time when you encountered a situation like this? And did you do better this time? And if you did, that's a win.
You took a loss.
What'd you say?
How did you respond the last time you took a loss?
Oh, probably wouldn't have had this computer. Definitely blew an account. Like, it was bad. So this time around, it was like I stuck to my trade management plan. I took the loss and I stepped away and came back to trade another day.
You know, this is gonna be a great going into the flip. I like how you said loss isn't determined by numbers, right? And we talk a lot about basketball in sports. Losses are determined by numbers, and it's interesting because this is the first week. No, we did talk about sports against Serena Williams, and every week we've been talking about basketball. Oh, rest in peace, O.J. Simpson. He passed away yesterday.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah,
the preseason was crazy around that, but go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's a beautiful way because there's some people that only see losses by numbers. It's hard to unsee that. Like, I lost in the stock market, I lost this football game, you know. But if you look at losses as lessons, like you always say, they're blessings in disguise. Like, you lost some money, but look, you didn't lose as much as you could have.
Yeah,
I think you had said that, right? You said that.
That's right.
Like that
so
a little bit.
Kind of like, so let's say, for instance, Wednesday was like a 13.4% loss, right? But overall, when you look at the past 3 weeks, the account was up 60%, right? So you have to take a step back. If I keep going, I'm risking losing more of this account, right? And so is it worth losing the other 60% that I just worked hard for? No. I can make that 13% back in the next couple of days. So it's not getting caught up in the moment, seeing the bigger picture, where we're headed. That small stuff. Like,
it's almost like when you break it down like that, like, you don't, I put it to you like this. I'm not saying quit, but like, let's say it's boxing, right? And let's say that you just know that you're losing. There's some people that'll just throw in the towel.
Yeah.
I'm not saying quit, but it almost makes me feel like yours is like a boxing analogy. Like, I saw that I could have lost a lot worse. So let me go ahead and just what I have, and I'm gonna just go, like, it's like, you know, like, even though, okay, I'm gonna use gambling. I know that trading and gambling aren't the same, but like, let's say you go to the casino.
Yeah.
You put all your chips, not your flip your chips. You just take some chips and you put them on the table and you lose.
Yeah.
And you lose again. You want to lose all your chips? Or are you gonna be like, you know what? I done lost $1,000. I'm gonna just take my chips and I'm gonna just go flip my chips, flip your chips, instead of losing my chips on the table. You know, so it just makes me think about this. There's different ways to lose. It don't got to be a complete L. It could be a partial L. You know.
Yeah, and like, let's say, for instance, if you're an athlete, you get injured, and they say you need to rest, right? Take a break, so you can heal properly and get back to where you need to be. But if you come back too soon, you're gonna put yourself in a worse situation.
Yeah, I remember when D Rose, they said he came back too soon. One of my favorite players, and it was like he should have, you know, rested. Yeah. But that takes us right into the flip. You know, today is interesting because, you know, Coach Blue let me do the honors of announcing the flip, you know. But yeah, today the flip is going to be called Rest Assured. And if you can see, there's been a pattern in all of our segments today about, I said, take a break before you go broke. And she said, Coach Blue said, you know, I had to stop trading for the day. And I think that we do this ourselves. We make rest seem like it's a bad thing. Like we artificially intelligent, like we robots. Like,
I'm telling you.
No, we can't do that. We can't work all day. And we're she a Capricorn. I'm a Virgo. Yeah. I don't know if anybody on the Zodiacs work harder than us. And sometimes, I think the other day, matter of fact, I was having a rough day. I said, I can't do this, sis. I text you about an hour later. Fuck that. I'll be doing this. I ain't taking no breaks. And then it's like, you start to realize, like, I give y'all an example. I was I'm back in the gym. I went to the gym yesterday, and he's like, "What's your goal?" And I'm like, "I'm trying to put on 10 pounds muscle. I lost all this weight from Ramadan." And I'm like, "I want to do 2 a days." And he was like, 2 a days? That's crazy. Like, you know, I'm like, "Nigga, I'm trying to eat. Like, I'm trying to get my weight back." And he's like, "You don't want to do that. Like, you got to let your muscles relax." And I'm like, "Nigga, I'm trying to grow." He was like, "Do you realize what you're doing in the gym?" I'm like, "Nigga, gaining weight, gaining muscle. What you talking about?" He's like, "You're ripping your muscles. That's what you're doing. If you was to just open your body up, nigga, you're ripping muscles. That's all you're doing." He was like, "Your muscles grow when you rest." And I was like, "My muscles grow when I rest?" Nigga, I've been resting all Ramadan. Why I'm not bigger? Yeah. Why you, nigga?
Right.
What is you talking about? But
spiritually. Go ahead.
I'll say that again.
I said you are spiritually.
That part, yeah, I definitely spiritually and mentally. And when I hear you say that, it just made me reevaluate. Like, I'm thinking that I got to go to the gym 2 a days. Even Kobe, I don't know if you ever heard this quote. When Kobe was like, I was going to the gym 4:30 to when his kids went to school. And then when he dropped his kids off, he went back at 12 and then he went at 5. And he got to a point where he plateaued. He was like, yo, I work out damn near 12 hours a day. And then he started doing yoga and meditation, and he got with a new coach, not a new coach, a new training doctor or whatever. And he said that you need to rest. And so when Kobe was sitting in the interview, they was like, what's the secret to your game? Like, how are you just getting so much better? And Kobe was like, I rest. We're talking about the Mamba saying that when he got better, he rested. And you literally just said you were trading and being down 12% or whatever after having a 12-day winning streak or whatever, rested. And just think about what your brain does when you rest like that. So that's why I said the flip is called rest assured. But what you got for me, sis? What you think about all this? Like,
I mean,
right now,
you speaking to me right now. That's for sure. Like, I say that to a lot of people, but I need to apply it more for myself. You know, you when you're on a mission and you're trying to get somewhere, you think that, okay, I can do this within this time frame. You're trying to make every hour, every minute count to get to where you need to be, and not remembering that the rest is just as important as whatever you have on your to-do list. If you need to take care of some paperwork, if you need to create content, that your rest is just as important, if not more important, than those things. Because if you're not rested, the quality of everything else diminishes substantially.
You know, I used to think I'm so hard on myself that I didn't deserve vacations, because I'm like, what am I celebrating? But the more that I grow and the more that I see people saying they're taking vacations, they're usually high profile business people that have a vacation. Last time I went to Cabo, I met some guy who was taking a break, but he says he takes one vacation every quarter. And that could be Atlanta, it could be Hawaii, it could be New York, whatever that is for you. And it honestly makes me think, with the way that we're growing, we're gonna need, like, and I think that even if it's one weekend out the month, let's say it's a mini self-spa day. I don't know if I told you this, but that day that we didn't film, I got a massage.
Come on, massage.
I got a take off. Like, I have not done that.
Okay, I love that.
Day. And I feel bad sometimes for treating myself, because I'm like, that money could go somewhere, and I sabotage. And that was my first time doing it. My nails still shining.
Okay, flex on it.
I was gonna say, and I was like, I think I need to do that more.
But nah, that's real though. Like, feeling bad or feeling like you should be doing something else, and just being real, that's something that, like, that's an ongoing journey for me. I'm like, even when I try to rest and like just sit down and chill out and try to shut my brain down, my mind is still like, okay, this need done. So I might gotta get some herbal medication to calm that.
I got you. Listen, yes, you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm like that. That is something very under depending on like how you use it or whatever. Kevin Gates' wife, she has I think it's called Love Wellness, and she talks about the spiritual components to the medicinal properties of what that's meant to do. You know, some people just doing it because they trying to escape. Like, nigga, I don't want to be here. I'm trying to go somewhere else. But it's like, nigga, you playing a video game, you in the house, it's just like, yo, calm down. And I'm not gonna hold you. It was a point where I just had to go to sleep. I was sleeping so good. I'm like, fuck some melatonin.
Yes.
You know, give me some.
And you can only be asleep for like a couple hours, for like you slept the whole night. Like,
right. And I get it now, you know. And I think that when you, depending on how you get it, it's like, yo, like, it's like the maturity in us even talking about. You know, I think about when we was in New York. Oh God, that bubble gum on that roof.
Doing anything.
Yo, that was just dumb, right? That was just dumb. What we're talking about, you know, next time I see you, we gonna eat some Bubblicious. And nigga was just, and that was my dumb idea. I was like, yo, why don't we just get some herbs and chew as much gum and see who can blow the biggest bubble. Nigga, everybody had a 5-pack of Bubblicious. All you see is
jaws hurting like a
Dapper Jones. Oh my God. But yeah. Have you noticed like when you have I love how transparent and real we are on this podcast. It just don't get we talk life, whatever. But have you ever, for you to say that, have you ever like done it for the it seems like you're really busy. Like you got a lot. Do you feel like, yo, I just need something else? Like have you ever tried that to rest? Or do you feel like, yo, I need something else to just shut down? Like, is this new?
A while ago I have, but I feel like now, because everything is just like a constant, it's like I'm on a constant go with everything, I need something to slow me down. So yeah, that's probably gonna be the solution. Yeah, because I have to be rested in order to perform correctly with
that rest hit different. And you in the gym, yo, I'm not gonna tell you. One time I got my little herbs and I went to work out and I was able to it's like my whole body was relaxed. I'm like, nigga, I'm throwing all these bars.
Yeah. You just feel so refreshed, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's so important. You can think clear, you can move freely. Yeah, it's necessary.
And you sound like you need a basketball team, Coach Blue. With all this work you're doing, I know I manage you and you manage me. It's funny how we have this working relationship. But like, you sound like you're gonna need some employees.
Yeah, it's coming. It's already like, I'm already kind of thinking of some people that I can potentially work with, to be honest. Like, is it
people you know, or do you feel like you're going to open it up to the public, like where people can go on Indeed, or is it going to be just in-house for now? Like
now it's going to be in-house because, building, you have to have people around you that you can trust. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
I need to stay focused on the main thing. I don't need to be questioning if you're doing your job or if you're doing,
We had some ambassadors back in college. That was that was interesting.
Yeah.
Would that be helpful to us too? Because I even think about.
Oh, definitely.
We need it for Blue Chips Academy. I need a team. I need a tour manager, a brand manager. I got you. I got my mom. I got Dale. But sometimes, even with what you have going on and Dell and everybody, I'm like, I still need more help, like to manage my ideas. Like I know when I texted you yesterday and was like, I'm starting OnlyFans. I know as my manager, you probably was like, what the hell are you doing that for? Like, that's sexy, like just
when you broke it down, I was like, all right, I trust where you going with this.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like being able to have like, we do need extra resources. And I think honestly, if we're talking about rest assured and taking breaks before you go broke, sometimes it's about delegating tasks. We can't
you have to.
Yeah, that'll give us the rest we're looking for. It could be like, well, if I get my bread up and flip my chips, I can employ somebody to buy me time. Because
that's the only way your brand grows. Like you're most effective in your creative space. But if you sitting here doing paperwork or creating a schedule and making sure people managing and all that, you're stepping away from what the whole reason why all of us are here in the first place.
Why you've been telling me to join Blue Chips Academy, it's like for years you've been like, sis, just do it. And I finally did it and I'm up all 200 something percent, whatever it's going on. And it's like, the more that you say it, like as my friend, I think the money psychologist that you are, you pay attention so well, to everything. It's like you saw something in me that, like you just said, that I thrive in creativity. I can be this to you, to anybody. Like I'll tell you, yo, you should do this, you should do that. And if I have more time to be that, I'm so much more of an asset. I can't wait to have more free time to be able to be like, so what we need to do with Blue Chips Academy? Like I just said, we're making journals now. Like I'll tell Dale something. I'm helping him with his restaurant right now, Hookers. Shout out to Hookers. If you're in York, PA, go there, get you a fish fry platter. Like I'm doing their marketing, and that's what I'm passionate about. And I need to stop what I've been doing so I can be more into that. So like, make sure y'all go to bluechipsacademy.com.
And see, that's also a part of service too. Like when you put other people on and you help them, you helping yourself too. You see what I'm saying? So people that want to, expand their career in photography or music production or whatever the case is, by you giving them an opportunity, y'all both winning. So yeah, it's a mutual benefit.
I love this. This is we're 6 days away from our 3-month anniversary.
It don't even feel like it. That's crazy.
Right. Like 3 months of we haven't missed a week.
No.
Like, hey, we have been, and I'm like, and what we're doing together, it's like, man, God has answered my prayers. Like, we're not just thriving collectively, we're thriving individually. Sometimes I get upset when we don't, like, I was very upset yesterday that I didn't talk to you. I'm like, this Thursday feels awkward.
Right.
I was angry because I'm just like, I feel like I want us to be able to do more. And when we finally get together, like, we've done all of this and we haven't even been in person. Like, I'm just like,
it's like a parallel growth. Like, we're both growing in our own lanes, but we're both moving in the same direction.
yeah. The balance that we've been able to create, it feels so surreal. And I keep listening to this record that we about to drop. Y'all, between this merch and this music, it's wild for everybody that's been watching us. Y'all haven't seen anything yet. That's the crazy.
Oh my God, nothing. This summer gonna be crazy.
Yo, that mix that Dell just sent, sis.
Top quality.
I told you. We were sitting with that one mix for like 2 months and I said, wait till them gunshots, when he put the siren in it.
And the way the music just like synchronized, that it slowed down, and it was actually the suggestion that you made. Well, we ain't gonna tell you.
Yeah, but I know, but it's like that's, I'm like, I cannot wait. That's the next thing that's coming. And I'm just like, I just want to say for those of you that haven't watched all of the episodes, this all really happened because Coach Blue hit me up and was like, yo, you should, can you do this? Can you do this song for my business? And I was like, yeah, I could do that, but let's do a podcast. And like, we would not be here right now. We always been friends. We're gonna be sisters for life. But had you not hit me up about the thing that you asked me to do, became one of my top favorite records of all time I've ever made. And the thing that you're a lot more introverted than myself. So not a fear, but a skill set you wanted to work on.
Yeah.
You got your own YouTube.
Come on, man. I wouldn't have done, if I would have looked back when we first started, and I'm gonna wrap this up real quick, I would not have done the podcast and the YouTube channel and all that I'm doing now. 100% sure. This platform has opened up a lot of doors for me, has built a lot of confidence. So I want to say thank you for that, because I just see both of us growing so much. Like, in 3 months, it's just been so much. Like, it's crazy. What the next 3 months gonna look like?
I know. But look, I love you. And thank you too. Like, the feeling is mutual. But make sure y'all like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications for Flip Your Chips, and go to Blue Chips. Tell them where to go for your YouTube channel, sis.
You can go to Blue Chips Acad and you'll see all the series. I just dropped the Trading Psychology series, so make sure you tap in.
Tap in, like, subscribe, and to Asmania Show. I'm back vlogging, y'all. We'll see y'all next Thursday. Let's grow!
Let's grow! Catch y'all on the next one.
Love you, sis.
Love you too.